5, 4, 3, 2.
We just launched Sentient everywhere, and the last 2 days have been absolutely crazy.
But it wasn't easy.
Builds were failing, new errors were cropping up last minute, and we weren't even sure if we were going to get like a stable enough version to launch.
So this is the story how we launched Sentient against all odds.
Sentient is something that we at Existence have poured our heart and soul into for the last 2 months or so. And Sentient is a fully local and personalized AI companion with graph memory and agentic integrations.
So Sentient is only at V1.
In fact, you could say it's at V0.
Yeah, but we were inspired by Y Combinator's launch early and iterate fast strategy.
Launch something quickly and iterate.
So we decided to launch Sentient and get it into the hands of our users.
There were a lot of assumptions that we had made while developing Sentient, and it was very important that we validated them. So we decided to set a launch date of 25th November to finally put it out into the world.
While we wanted to launch Sentient as soon as possible, but we were getting lot of last minute errors which we didn't even face once while testing.
The beast high performance computer that we were using to run Sentient was being able to run it flawlessly, but when we were testing it on our potato laptops, there were a lot of errors that were cropping up, such as, the app was unable to start various parts of its backend, it kept crashing, and sometimes it even crashed the entire computer. In fact, Sarthak actually had to go get his computer repaired because he thought he might have to buy a new computer.
So because we had all these fixes to do, we decided to push our launch by 1 day and pull an all-nighter to fix all those bugs.
We managed to fix all our bugs overnight and even edit the launch video, and finally it was launch day.
And just when we thought that everything was ready for launch, we realized that we had forgotten the most important thing, the download page. And the download page had a ton of changes to do.
So we locked in and decided to crank out Code Copilot and just finish all of those changes that were left. So we added like the download counter and like all the front end changes that were left, mobile styling. It was crazy. And we finished off the download page just in time for an evening launch.
We decided to host our download on Mega,
which turned out to be a very bad decision.
And just as we were about to upload the installer, our lab lost power.
There we were sitting in the dark thinking that launch day is going to be moved forward again, and Sarthak was devastated because he had all his Jira deadline set up for how we should manage the project, and he was almost in tears that we had to start a new sprint from tomorrow, but the launch date is moving forward again. Mr. Sarthak, do you have anything to say? Kya do we have, bhai? And just when we were about to give up, the lights came back on.
And when power came back on, we uploaded the installer, pushed all our code on Vercel, and while it was building, we wrote our LinkedIn and Reddit posts.
And then we hit launch.
5, 4, 3, 2. And it's going. Teasers live.
And while we slept, our product sort of blew up.
The next morning, we had 87 total download attempts, and we actually ended up exhausting our transfer quota on Mega, which is why I said Mega was a bad decision. And we had a lot of people reaching out to us and saying, where's the new download link? How do I download this? How can I start using this? And it actually felt kind of crazy to see this level of demand for something we had built, even though it was still in very early stages.
We got thousands of impressions on LinkedIn, hundreds of likes and comments, and new people joining our WhatsApp group, some of whom were VCs at prominent funds.
Our Reddit post also went kind of crazy, but not exactly in the way we were expecting. So one of the features we're currently experimenting with is Federated Learning, but the reason we didn't add it to the app yet is because there are several privacy concerns related to combining user data to train LLMs, and it's actually not even fully legal, and there are a lot of GDPR regulations and stuff that we have to follow. So while we didn't add it to the app, it was still on the main landing of the website. And when we posted it to Reddit, they scrolled down and they found this one line that we had forgotten to remove from the landing about how user information would be used to train models locally, and then that data would be aggregated globally. So while that was part of the original concept for Sentient, it wasn't in the current launch, and we had left that line in by mistake, and they got that, and the first comment on Reddit was about that line. And they actually ended up like completely ratioing our post. Our post had like 30 upvotes and that comment had like 160, and there were like hundreds of comments, and people are going absolutely wild saying that this project is going to get a lawsuit filed against it, and GDPR, this is just a GDPR violation waiting to happen. And I was there fighting back alone in the comments saying like, it's not even a feature in the app yet, and it's just something we're experimenting with. But yeah, that's how the Reddit launch went. Overall, I would say it was good because feedback is always helpful, whether it's good or bad. I actually ended up getting a lot of traction on that Reddit post. It had over 150 shares before it was taken down by the auto moderator for getting reported because people thought it was not truly local. But yeah, that's how Reddit went. So that was how we launched, but now the main challenge is to keep up the energy and keep pushing out releases consistently and also push out this content.
Yeah, we will be posting all these devlogs to document our journey and build fully in public. To know more about how we manage our project, add new features, solve bugs, and much more, follow our LinkedIn page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The Sentient WhatsApp community is also an integral part of our development process because that's where we want to collect feedback from our early users. We are engaging our early users there every day and we would love to have you be a part of that group. So you can find the link for that in the comments below.
Thanks for watching and download Sentient today.